Peace, 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 peace. So yeah, I want to talk about the movie Sinners, man. It was a lot to decode in that one, man. Sheesh, it was a lot. I ain't gonna hold you. I shed a couple of tears in that one, man. Because this is what we going through now, man. This is the war of the souls, man. It's a whole war. It's not even just the war of the souls. It's a whole frequency war. A lot of warfare going on. Spiritual warfare, physical, mental warfare, guerrilla warfare, and so on and so on, man. This is the battle we going through now, man. This is the things we going through right now. So yeah, I want to talk about this movie, man. I'm gonna give a little. I want to talk about a couple of my favorite scenes in the movie, right? That really sparked my. Yeah, I'm gonna give a little tidbits on it. I'm not gonna go into full decode mode because a lot of brothers and sisters that decoded this already in the great breakdown. I just want to get my take on it so you can get my understanding from somebody like me. You feel me? I should. You know, the movie had a lot of Matrix vibes to it. You know, it was basically like this generation version of the Matrix, like free yourself from the Matrix, man. You know. So, okay, let's start it like this. One of my favorite scenes was when Sammy, you know, the guitar player, the little cousin, right? Sammy, when he was playing his blues, right, and everybody was vibing, and while they was vibing so high that you see the future and the past all intertwining together in harmony, like. But that scene was so deep to me, bro, because first you gotta see music, man. Music is very powerful. Not even just music, but the power of your esophagus itself and intent. You feel me? And energy. When you vibrate at a certain frequency, right, and a certain vibration, you align with certain elements and certain entities in the cosmos and certain wavelengths, certain particle dimension. You align to that vibration and that hurts, right? And not even just that from the simplest things, from when you just vibrate, when you just chilling, doing with everything's at home and stuff. You vibrate at a certain frequency. It's all about what you doing at that moment, what's on your mind, how you feeling. You feel me? And what's your intent? Even if you're not aware of that, all of that plays to align you to certain things. And you don't even realize that, but that's all plays a part into your energy and why you feel certain ways during the day, when you're around certain people, when you listen to certain music, certain sounds, certain things, it gets to you because first you gotta realize you're an energy being. Everything is energy. The Ashe is all around you. First off, you gotta know your chakras. You got your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus chakra. And you got your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra / pineal gland, brow chakra. Then you got your crown chakra. You feel me? And that's only the ones in this physical realm. There's way more chakras than that you can reach. But yeah, and this is what they was particularly focused on at that scene was the throat chakra and the power of your esophagus. And not even just that though, the power of your throat chakra that aligns goes down to your heart chakra. Everything is all aligned, but it's still everybody was aligned and they was vibrating high as a love, a peace, and unity inside that place. They all see each other as brothers and sisters, but they was all vibrating high. There wasn't no outsiders in there. Well, I'm gonna get to that part, but yeah. And so once they aligned, they all had the same intent while they was listening to the music. They all was vibrating at that same frequency. So all that played the part into them intertwining into the cosmos, into the ether, and then that brings in wavelengths. It brings in the ancestors and cosmic forces from the past and the future. Because remember, we in the eternal now, right now. You feel me? We in the past right now. We in the future right now. We in the beginning right now. We in the end right now. Also, you are your ancestors. So as you channel it, you channel them through you, and it's also a representation of that issue. It's so deep, man. It's deep. I don't want to really get to the metaphysical breakdown of it, but yeah, that scene I want because I want it all, man. explain it into ways that everybody can understand this, you feel me? But yeah, that scene was very deep, and that's the same goal. I am everything and everything is me, and that you are your ancestors, right? So as they was aligned into that frequency, intertwined, the ancestors was there from the past and the future. Yeah, your ancestors could be people that ain't even born yet, because remember, souls are eternal, man. We've been here already. We already here. Everything is already played out. So it's deep, you feel me? So they was intertwined with all the ancestors and each other, and they was actually really there too. That's the crazy thing about it, man. But even so, you see, you know, how they had all the cultural references, right? They had like from different cultures. They was basically showing y'all, like, this goes out to my non-ether beings. They was basically showing us how we are the original man. We are everything. And to tap back into your roots, man, because it's all you. And everything that we doing now, everything that's happening now ain't nothing to one of the sun, man. And we created the sun. Everything you see that we, our dances and everything, we've been doing all this stuff. Just how the crib walking and everything. That's when we were doing our ancient tribes of us as the Indians. But first you gotta see how we are tribal, about the tribes. Like, y'all probably looking at it like, we not just, we not Indians, we not Mayans, we not this and that, the third. Y'all probably looking at it as just one thing, like, but no, that's not the thing. We are everything, man. We've been everywhere. We are everything. All the tribal names now that you hear, like Jamaican, African, American, Egyptian, Latino, and so on and so on. This is all Indian, what you hear, ancient Kemet of us. Once you hear all these things, these are all tribal names of us, things, certain stages of the fall during the war. Because remember, we knew who we was. We didn't even go by words, you feel me? Words is what we gave them. But during the fall, everything has been reversed, and then they brought new history onto us. You feel me? Just like this, like the dude was trying to tell Sammy, like, he wanted his memories, and he wanted to give his memories to Sammy. That's basically showing you the indoctrination. It was the symbolism, you know, it's all symbolism, but I'm gonna get to that part too. This ain't your average breakdown though, like, while going to sections, like an actual recap. This is just me talking from the soul and like what I understand, you feel me? And if you could break it down to your own understanding, make it edification, then I'll show you. Another one of my favorite scenes was when, you know, when Smoke at the end of the movie, when spoiler alert. Yeah, but another one of my favorite parts was at the end of the movie when Smoke, right, when he went to go take down the triple K's, right, you feel me? And as he was doing that, yeah, some of y'all might have looked at that as heaven, but that wasn't heaven, you feel me? It was just first, you gotta realize that heaven is within, you feel me? Everything is within the mind, you feel me? And it's duality everywhere in the cosmos, you know? You got good and you got bad. It's nothing. But we got in society nowadays with these moral constructs and everything, and these man-made mindsets and stereotypes and everything. All this plays a part in indoctrination, and especially religion too, to keep you from going within and knowing thyself, and to limit you from doing certain things. It hinders you from doing certain things, or to think a certain way. So this all plays back into tactics, into warfare, you feel me? Because a lot of our people nowadays probably looking at that saying, they probably looking like, oh, he going to hell. How is it that Smoke still see his girl, right? And see and be able to go there still while he killed the man, while he unalive the dude, you feel me? Also look at that scene. And I'm not speaking bad on my people, these are my people. They just don't, a lot of us don't see clearly and have the chance to awaken themselves, their mindsets, to see certain things or to think a certain way. And that all plays back into indoctrination and the spell work, how they did us. So I can't can't really get mad at them at that extent. But I'm just, at the same time, I still gotta speak on it, because if we don't speak on it, then we can always be stuck in the same situation. You feel me? We gotta speak on these topics, get real cut and dry. You feel me? We gotta let it be known. Put that energy out into the ether. Let it reach the mind street, law of attraction. And it's wake up one, you wake up the rest. You feel me? We gotta talk about these things, bring these things up, no matter how uncomfortable it make you feel. This is the shit that we need to hear to get to where we need to go to. You feel me? But they look at that scene as if like, oh, if that was me, I wouldn't be killing the dude such and such to get paid back. But this. See, first you gotta look at it like this, man. The people who make these movies, the shadow people behind, this is all. You gotta see clearly to the geometry, the symbolism. This is all cosmic laws. All they gotta tell you the truth. It's all the numerology, everything. They gotta tell you the truth without actually telling you the truth. They subconsciously tell you the truth. It's all a part of you to break that shit down and decode it. That's gonna be a part of the downfall. That is a part of their downfall as we speak right now. Us seeing clearly to everything, because they gotta tell you. They gotta, even when they scare everything, you gotta see clearly to the cry for help and everything as it collapses. You feel me? But you gotta see, man, the religion, everything religion was placed on us, man. We are spiritual beings, man. We didn't need no religion and none of that mess. None of that, you feel me? It plays a part into why we think a certain way, act a certain way in everyday life as well. It got us using spell work on each other. It got us compressed, our energy compressed. We're not able to do the things we need to do. The divination we need to do. You feel me? Because they got everything blended in with religion, and the technology, the misinformation got us using our intent, our magic, and our glory on each other. Yeah, to uplift their energy, you feel me? Because they don't have what we have. They need us in every way, shape, or form. But that's another story, bro. But they're clearly showing you, man, when the revolution time comes, like with war, and even with everyday war is, and then you know, man, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's duality, man. You gotta do what you gotta do for your people, for your land, for everything. You gotta stand on that, man. You gotta take them out. You gotta do what you gotta do, bro. You feel me? And they showed that as Smoke did, as he took out the leader, the Triple Kings. You see, old girl, she was still calm, waiting. She looked at him like, yeah, take that nigga out, man. After that, he still was able to hold his baby and transition on to the astrals. You feel me? He was able to transcend on still. He ain't go to no hell, no heaven, no hell, none of that. He still went where he need to go. So that's another way of them letting you know, y'all stop limiting yourselves when it's time to war for our people. You can't let them. You can't think of the ways of that book. You feel me? Or I'm gonna go to hell if I do this and that. Or think a certain way. You can't think like that, man. This is wartime, and this is what we gonna do now, man. Even the scene with Sammy at the end with his pops. First, before I even get to that scene, like even when Sammy was the guitar, the little cousin right at the end, when the head vampire Remy came, and he tried to take out Sammy and turn him to his side, right? What did Sammy do? Sammy started reciting that book, his Bible verses, right? And what happened? Did it stop the vampire? No, it did not. Sammy recited that book, and what did the vampire do, y'all? He recited that shit back word for word, verbatim to Sammy, while the other vampires, the demonic forces, said it right back to him. And he told him that book was made by somebody else, and they put their words on it, and it don't hold no meaning. Like it's crazy. He said it is charming though. You see the spell work, but it don't hold no weight. That's not what took out Remick. What took out Remick was Sammy. Once he seen clearly to that, he was able to tap into himself. If you see, the sun was rising. First he hit him with that guitar. He hit him with the guitar. That's what his soul, his passion was in his hand. You hit him with that guitar once he see clearly to it all. And then once that happened, you heard the big riff. That was the vibration into the he did not that hurt that frequency hurt them. That's also a representation of the bells. And you know how ancient time they had the bells, and when you hit the bells, and they said it'll keep away demons, but we know really it kept away the reptilians and draconians and other those beings, because you gotta stop looking at things. Everything is frequency, everything is vibration, everything is energy. So I say, even from your intent, everything you do is because you gotta remember the four phases of matter: solid, liquids, gas, and plasma energy. You create matter just from the little simplest things. So you got to see clearly to the message they put out, because this movie had a lot of representation about frequencies and vibrations. So and everything intertwining in the God consciousness, or what a lot of people like to call the Christ consciousness. You feel me? So Sammy hit him, the vibration, it shook him up. Next thing you know, smoke came out. He stabbed him, but that's not what finally took him out. What finally took him out officially was when the sun rose, and that was a powerful scene in itself, man. You are the sun, man. We are sun beings. We are the non-ether beings. We created everything. We are the natural beings, man. And that's what that represents right there. And that's represent that we shall rise regardless. In this war that's be playing out now, it's already written. We already won. That scene was powerful in itself right there, man. But yes, when Sammy went to his pops to the church, and the pops was like, yeah, let go of the guitar, Sammy, and give yourself to the Lord. That's still that bullshit, but Sammy seen clearly now. And it's crazy how Sammy had to see it through the evilness of somebody, of what you like to call evil, or a demon. Like, even though you know what, it's not really a demon, but what somebody like to call demon, Sammy had to see the truth to somebody like that, like, in order to wake up. But that still play a part into the warrior now. You see certain shit and it shake you, and now you gotta see clear, like, hold up, this ain't right. Part of you taking back your power is opening your eyes and seeing clearly to everything around you. You understanding it. That's the first part of taking back your power. And that's when you see Sammy held on to that guitar, you feel me? And then he left and he went back on his way. He seen clearly to how the religion and everything was a part of the indoctrination. Even the scenes with Smoke and Annie, right? And he at first, when he first met her, he was like, I don't believe into that magic and blah 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 blah, right? And look what happened. At first he was in disbelief. He couldn't even believe it. He was going let the dude and the other vampire. He still couldn't believe it after he's seen everything. And that's a part of the warfare of the subconscious mind, the war, how they play on us, man, with the blue light technology, the frequency warfare, the 5G, where everything indoctrinate, the spell work, and everything they do got us. Like we see it. We a lot of our people, they see what's going on, man. They know exactly what's going on, but subconsciously they subconsciously know what's going on, but consciously they try to keep that out, kick that out, because they want to stay comfy inside this system that's collapsing. You feel me? You gotta free yourself from the matrix, man. That's why I say this movie is like a new age reference of the matrix. You feel me? And the sister Annie, she was on it, bro. She was on it. She was tapped in with hoodoo and everything, right? With the ancestors, she was letting them know about everything, right? And that's what helped them see clearly of who the invaders are and how to take them down. She was tapped in. You gotta go back into your roots, man. We gotta go back into our roots and know who he is and do our divination work, man. You feel me? Because this is shit that we doing with everyday life. Is deeper than just demons and selling your soul, bro. Because you can sell your soul just by doing the simplest thing as going to a job, you feel me? Or believing into these constructs, you feel me? This is a whole war that we going through right now, man. War of the souls. Another thing this movie represents is a lot of our people have done sold out record deals in the industry and everything. And it shows once you sold down, join Zeus team or Zeus aka Satan, ain't no coming back from that, bro. As Annie said, once they joined their side, their soul is stuck down here on this physical plane, man. It is stuck down here on this physical plane, and they stuck inside. They stuck, and they can't even transition on with the ancestors or reincarnate or travel, transcend on to other realities or dimensions, planets. They can't do it, nothing. They stuck. That's a sign of when you sell yourself out, when you sell your soul down here on this physical plane for money, wealth. And even if you're not even just selling out for money or wealth, you sell your soul out for not even knowing who the fuck you is, knowing thyself. You believe in these Pisces age religions, these man-made religions, morals and mindsets. Everything plays a part of spell work, and these holidays. Everything plays a part. Everything that you do from the way you speak, because words are spells in itself. Everything plays a part of this warfare, and then you selling yourself out. That's what can be considered selling yourself out. You feel me? So like, you gotta see clearly. You gotta tap in, go within, and know who you is. Connect to your higher self. Connect your lower self to your higher self, man. And that transition on to the cosmos, and you connect the source and the Most High, your cosmic, your ancestors, your cosmic family, everything. You feel me? But if you can't do that, you would just be and you stuck, subconsciously stuck. Then once you passed on, you'll be stuck here. You won't be able to transcend because you're still thinking, and subconsciously that you wanna, I don't want to really go into it before, because I know they're gonna take this video down. But yeah, if you understand me, you understand me. Another thing that shows you, like, we gotta stick to ourselves, man. We gotta stick to ourselves and see clearly. At first, they had they had a lot of symbolism. You gotta see, like, not everybody is us, man. When it comes down to war, it's gonna be a lot of people they send in as tactics. Same thing they did in slavery time. They had those. And it's not. I don't want to say it because a lot of people want to take it the wrong way. But if you understand me, like, they had old girl Mary. What was she? Was one of the main reasons everything happened, bro. She came in. She wanted to act like she was a part of them. First off, you gotta see, man, she wasn't them, man. Everybody ain't you, bro. A lot of people will come act like us, and they'll send a lot of people in infiltrate us, posing as us, man. This all plays a part into the cointel operation we got going on today, man. There's a lot of informants out here. There's a lot of pulls. There's a lot of people ain't us, which you got to see clearly to that too. Yeah, we unite, we unify, we unite, of course. But you still got to see clearly it's gonna be a some of those. You feel me? It's gonna be some of those. It was the same way at slavery time. You had the house Negro, and you had the house Negro, and you had the field Negro. You feel me? You always had those with the masters. Where they had those so-called slave masters. They had children with us unconsently, you feel me? Then they had kids. They came out like that, and then that's when they say every time we rose up and get ready to do what we got to do for the revolution. They send one of them out to calm us down. Like, nah, we don't need to do that. We can go try to do this the political way, such and such, and then we go like, oh yeah, that's Lil Johnny. That's Lil Johnny. He one of us, right? And then there they come. As we calm down, here come the masters and all his people, the Triple K's, come and slaughter all of us, catch us off guard, just like that, because we think we listening to Lil Johnny because we think he us. And that goes how that shows with Mary, bro. If Mary wasn't there, a lot of that shit wouldn't happen, bro. You got to see clearly to the symbolism they put out. Only the real gonna relate to certain things like that. I don't want to really get into that subject, right? Because this video would not get uploaded. This the type of subject I gotta keep it like for like to say it if I see you in person, like, or for certain other platforms. You feel me? But yeah, if you know, you know. Like, they sent people like Mary, and what happened? Stag fell for Mary. And That's what killed him. He was always to his cues and everything. But then what happened, Mary said she wanted him to take the such and such. And he fell for the lust, the sin. They come with a lot of sin, lust. They promote that too in the industry, everything. It all was symbolism, you feel me? You gotta see clearly to it, man. And then what else Mary did? She still, no matter what, she was with them. And what did she do? She went right outside to them. She wanted to invite them in. And look, they got to her just like that. Another scene they showed, it showed you like no matter what, she is still them. She's not us. You gotta see clearly. A lot of them is not us. They not like us, bro. And you know, you gotta see clearly to that. Even the scene when the Indians came and they chased the main vampire in the beginning to the other Triple K leader's house. And what happened? It showed that scene right there also showed you in the scene with Mary, that scene shows you that it could be unintentionally that they come and harm us, bro. We're not supposed to mix. You know, it shows you unintentionally how they can harm us, even without not even trying. What did the Triple Ks do? They took in the head leader vampire, the Indians left. What happened? He killed the husband. And then he killed the wife and turned them. And then what did they do? They came. Then what did Mary do? She went out to them. They turned Mary. Then Mary came back. She turned Stag, and that's how the infiltration go. This just goes in simplest forms. The symbolisms you gotta see clearly to it. Infiltration, indoctrination, everything is. This all was a big sign, man. This is all the things that we are going through right now. You feel me? Facts. And then you see they don't have no type of cool or honor. No matter what you do. The other scene they showed was when they told the story how the Triple K leader, he was going to betray Stag and Smoke. No matter what they paid money for, they was coming to burn that whole building out. That's what seen at the end of the movie, right? So that's just showing you no matter what you do in this system, no matter what you try to do to be a good doodle, a good yes man, to try to please them, they will never see you as them, man. They're gonna always see you as us. You feel me? So why not just be you? You feel me? And do what you gotta do to eradicate them off the land. You feel me? And that was the poetic justice at the end of the movie when Smoke went to go take them down. And he still was able to transcend on to what you want to call heaven. You feel me? Y'all gotta see clearly, man. This was a powerful movie right here, man. A nice one to decode, man. For real. Oh, yeah, facts. A very powerful movie to decode, man. And there was a lot, way more scenes I can get into. You feel me? But yeah, only the real gonna relieve, man. If you know, you know, man. The time is now, man. As the movie showed in the end. The time is now when the sun rules, man. We shall rise, man. You gotta tap in, know thyself, go within, man. And know that you are everything. Everything is you, man. Go back and tap into your roots, man. Because in the end, it's all about your consciousness. What's your frequency and vibration? What is it? What do you understand? And what level are you on? You feel me? Because like even the scene, back to the scene when they was dancing and everything, right? A lot of them was Christian, and a lot of them was a whole bunch of other things. But at the end of the day, the ancestors was still in there with them. They was all unified and on one accord. So we gotta stop looking at it like, oh, it's Jews, it's Christian, it's Muslim, that, so on and so on, and stop. And we just gotta come together and unify and see the full picture and be on the same consciousness, the same understanding to know what the fuck we gotta do, what the mission is. You could be this, you could go be that, but you gotta know what the fuck you is and what who the true invaders are, and what your true purpose is, and everything like that. You feel me? But yeah, this was a good one. That's all I really had to say today. You feel me? Peace to all who came and listened to this whole video. I know I was all over the place with this, but this was just me talking from within, you feel me? It's not one of my real lecture videos or anything like that. It's just from me actually just regular talking, you feel me? But yeah, the time is now is Endgame, Age of the Serpent, Age of the Nine. Now we